There we go. Now we're on.
Hey everybody, welcome back to round 2. We've got a good one for you, as always, per usual. Jason Morgan on Grixis Delver and Nick Lutes on Eldrazi Tron. Two pretty popular decks.
Yeah, pretty
yeah.
top tier matchup here.
So Grixis Delver doesn't really mean much in Modern anymore. It's like, does he have the Delvers? You know, the Delver of Secrets or not. Some people are just using that name
for cards that delve.
Yeah, for
which
delve.
is not an inappropriate name.
Yeah, well, it's you know, there's Grixis Delve and there's Grixis Delver.
Right.
You know, but you're not a Delver unless you're playing a Delver.
Okay,
I mean,
that's fair.
That's how I feel. I'm not. So Jason probably has 3 or 4 Delver of Secrets. You never know.
Yeah, I think he's partial to the Delver.
I like the card a lot. It's not great in Modern, but I would love to see Jason actually play a turn 1 Delver, flip it on turn 2, and then watch Nick have no answers for it because this Eldrazi
Yeah,
Tron
I mean, all you
deck
got is Dismember.
Yeah, or play like a Ballista on 4.
Well, for 4 mana.
For 4 mana, yeah.
One thing that is going to be really good for Eldrazi Tron probably is going to be Chalice of the Void.
Yeah, Chalice seems good if we know it. But, of course, Chalice does not stop the Delve threats, really.
No, but it does stop the Delver, maybe.
Sure. or it can stop you from Thought Scouring and Serum Visioning
and bolting
to try to delve out the threats.
Pushing and all of your favorite 1-mana actions.
Yeah. I wonder if Jason's on the same list as Bernie.
Probably similar.
All right, so we got an 8 here.
So Jason is going to take the play.
All right. Well,
any Abzan / Jund action?
There was a lot. You missed it already,
yeah,
sir.
you missed 2 Abzan decks.
Yeah, we saw Abzan
Little Kid and Abzan midrange.
Yeah, we saw Abzan midrange versus Panza.
Findicano 87. We are in fact live
Grixis
right
Shadow.
now. Oh, so actually Nick was on the play. We got the turn 1 Basilisk Collar.
All right.
Not too scary.
Well, that's a little scary for the Grixis Delver deck. You don't have the Abrupt Decays that a similar deck
yeah, you
might.
can't really answer it, but
Snapcaster Push seems good, especially when you have the fetch lands to take out something like a Thought Knot Seer.
So I see Jason has Young Pyro in his deck, so he probably is on the actual Delver plan.
Well, but you can play Young Pyro without playing actual Delver.
Sure, but it seems less. It would be more popular in there.
I hope he has the Delver. Let's see if we see one here.
Yeah, Keshgar. If you missed round 1, we post all of our games up to YouTube as replays, or also you can just rewatch entire runnings of the stream.
Was that a Venser on the bottom of Jason's deck?
No, that was an old Opt.
Oh, dude, sweet.
Yeah. Jason
playing the Opt.
Yeah.
We were actually doubting tonight that we would see any Opts be played. But
I'm fairly certain that's what it was. Maybe I am blind. But
you could be right. I thought it was a Venser, but that doesn't make much sense.
Well, he's definitely...
Okay, yep, there it is. That's the Opt. All right, folks, we are off to we're opt to an never mind. I'm
so
done.
we didn't play.
Opt to the races.
We were gonna stream Standard tonight, Ixalan Standard, but there wasn't too many players here for the Standard event, so we went with Modern.
Folks,
we were doubting whether or not we
ready.
were gonna see any Ixalan cards, but we do. We see our classic Opt, not from the Ixalan. We have the I think it's the Invasion Art is the old one, but
maybe we'll see Jason play the Walk the Plank. You know,
who knows?
Just
maybe he's playing Siren Storm Chaser in his Blue-Red Flyers deck.
He could.
Storm Tamer, I think.
So do we think we're gonna see? Do you think we're gonna see in Standard? You know, we got Bolt the Bird and Modern and Push the Druid. Do you think we're gonna see Walk the Walk? That is to say, when you
walk the plank, walking ballista.
Yep. Walk.
Well, I think that would be walk the ballista, but
all right. Well, that seems
plank the ballista.
That's stupid.
Maybe you plank the ballista.
Yeah, ballista the plank. That sounds like a band name.
I gotta say, walk the plank, while maybe not one of the best spells, is a really aptly named and pretty cool card. It's
pretty cool. I just wish it weren't a sorcery
aspect of it.
I can't believe it's a sorcery. I just. You know, it would have been just a Victim of Night if it were an instant, right? I mean, like, what's wrong with that? Why couldn't they make it an instant? I don't understand. And Victim of Night's a freaking common, and they made isn't Walk the Plank a rare?
No, it's an uncommon.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Nick did have to spend 4 life to dismember Young Pyro there, which was obviously something he was hard pressed to do. Is he does not have very good answers to a bunch of 1/1 tokens.
Yeah,
I guess Ballista for a lot, but he didn't have the third Tron piece. Instead, he just had Cavern of Souls on Eldrazi. But not yet any Eldrazi.
So I think we're going to see a Delve threat come down here.
Yes, the main phase Thought Scour would indicate that.
And does he have to pitch all of them? Oh, so there's the Delver Secrets in hand.
Right.
So we got the actual Delver, folks.
There's that. There's a land, and we're just passing the turn. So no Delve Threat. I'm not actually sure if I saw Delve Threats in Jason's deck. I saw some Kolaghan's Command and Fatal Push from black, but I'm not sure if he's actually playing the big boys.
My guess is he's got 2 Tasker, 2 Gurmag.
Classic natural Tron.
Easy money.
Jason's like, all right, I like my position in this game. My opponent's not done much, and now you lose. Oh, okay, well, that's not that scary.
So Thoughtnaut's not that big of a deal. Jason can actually just...
Oh, is that not?
Jason can Fetch Shock, push this.
Is it? So he doesn't have Tron? We have 2 different versions of Urza's Tower. I think that might be.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Wow. Maybe he does this intentionally to troll his opponents, make him think he has Tron.
Come on.
But he can't. He won't scumbag Jason.
There
on
are
camera
actually
here,
there's so I don't know if you know much about the. I'm sure you know about the Urza's Land. How there's the seasonal versions from the original set that they're from. Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Looks like we do have the Fatal Push here that we triggered off the. Is every Friday Modern? So yes, we almost always stream Modern on Fridays. We were going to stream Standard tonight, as I said, but unfortunately there was not. There was only 8 players in the event, so it wouldn't have been very long.
What does Nick take here? You take a Snapcaster when he's got 2, or do you just take the Bolt?
Probably take Snapcaster. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Gives him less value overall.
I guess if taking the Bolt, well, yeah, I don't know. I wonder if taking the Bolt. Depends on what's in Nick's hand.
Right, I mean, nothing...
If he's got something to get in front of these 2/1 bodies, you take the Bolt.
Sure.
If not...
Yeah, the Bolt could change the clock quite a bit. See if we find a spell. We do not.
Delver does not flip.
So we are playing Gurmag Angler. All right.
Yeah, of course he is. Of course he is.
So we are aptly named Delver both ways. Delver
or
Secrets,
should I say
Delver
aptly named Bullet. No, all right.
Wow.
So I wonder how many Opts he's playing.
I think I saw all 4 when he went through his deck. I think this is a good home for Opt.
Yeah, Opt is it's better at some things, worse at others, but it is by far better with Snapcaster Mage.
Right.
Because Snapcaster Serum Visions is always really awkward because you have to do it all sorcery speed.
You just milled
but
another Opt there.
Snapcaster Opt is sweet.
I wonder if he just cut all his visions for Ops.
Maybe.
Because I don't know. I don't think we've seen his Serum Visions yet.
No, I think you're right. Yeah.
Maybe he just made the 1-to-1 switch there. So we see another Thought Scour. Here's a Polluted Delta. So Jason can cast the Gurmag Angler, and given that Nick's already used one of his members on Young Pyro, he probably doesn't have another one for the Angler.
Yeah, what is cool about this deck playing Opt is that the deck literally has nothing that's sorcery speed anymore except for Delver of Secrets and your Delve threats, right? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And Young Pyro, I guess, but...
Right, yeah.
But yeah, it runs really well at instant speed.
Yeah.
Now, Jason has not been utilizing his Thought Scours at instant speed. That's obviously just to get more information, until he knows what he has to work with, so he draws. He's gonna Thought Scour probably no matter what, so he might as well get that. Also get some extra options to exile with a Delve.
Two bolts in hand for Jason. That's a big deal.
Yeah, that could be a quick clock. In fact, if he flips just Delver, he could just... Oh, no, that'll put him to 7.
And this is why I think that Eldrazi Tron's an inherently bad deck. I have no
Inherently
idea.
bad.
I have no idea why it's one of the best decks in the format right now. It's just like derpy and stupid. This is one of look, what has Nick done this game? I cast a Thought-Knots here, a Ballista for 2.
I wonder if I would have cast the Ballista for 1 there and then equip Basilisk Collar and killed Gurmag Angler. I guess next turn we can just kill Gurmag Angler. That's probably fine.
Well, yeah. So what is Basilisk 1 to equip?
I'm not sure. It's 1 or 2. Either way, I'm pretty sure he would have been able to.
Yeah.
Somebody says that the deck is derpy and stupid.
It is. Did someone say that? Did someone agree with me?
Yeah.
It is. It's clunky. I just don't understand. Yeah. It has.
Oh no, he was just making fun of your your language.
Oh, is he calling me derpy and stupid? That would be offensive. But no, it's like the deck. It has a great late game like Tron does, and it has an early game that's less bad.
I think Nick has 2 Reality Smashers and all his dust, and maybe an Endbringer in hand. Not doing much. And now, if he goes to equip Basilisk Collar here, this Ballista's probably just gonna get bolted. Yep.
Okay, fire off the damage.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Nick, he's not going to forget to fire off the damage.
But we just can't play anything else. Nick really needs to find one more land.
That's the thing. Like, so Eldrazi Tron, they don't have the Sylvan Scrying, they don't have the Ancient Stirrings. Instead, they try to assemble Tron by turn 4 or 5, and then play Thought-Knot Seers and Matter Reshapers in the meantime. But if that's all you're doing, and you never hit Tron, or you never have the Eldrazi Temples, I don't know. It's just like a bad deck. And you've got like 4 Dismembers, and that's like all your interaction. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Chalice of the
I mean,
Void
it's
is
so
a hell of-
powerful when you do draw any of your specialty lands, though, that it makes it worth it.
I mean, Chalice of the Void's a hell of. I think if it weren't for Chalice, the deck couldn't function. That's my guess.
So Nick's just gonna scoop it up.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think Nick can do in game 2 to sort of hedge against this Grixis Delver?
Well, I don't know if he has any Warping Whales, but they would be really good here. They exile Delver and they exile
exile
Young
Pyros,
Pyro,
and exile Snapcasters.
And Snapcaster, yeah.
Probably not a lot of relevant sorceries to counter, but
no,
especially with no Serum Visions.
Unless Jason brings in Damnation for some reason, but that doesn't seem very likely.
So Nick probably wants his Chalices if they weren't in the main board. Chalices are pretty good here. He also probably wants Relics if they weren't in the main board. If he has more Relics in the sideboard, Relic is pretty darn good here.
Right, it's definitely better than Grafdigger's Cage.
Yeah. From Jason.
Ceremonious Rejection.
Yeah,
number 1 card.
Yeah, that seems like pretty good. One mana counter spells. They counter literally the entire deck except for Dismember.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Ceremonious Rejection, Snapcaster, Ceremonious Rejection. That's like almost impossible to almost impossible to come back from for Nick. So, do we think Jason's got 3 of those? I've seen a lot of people playing 3.
Yeah, I mean, if
he's worried about
there's a lot of Eldrazi
matchup,
Tron around, it's definitely worth playing.
They're also good against Affinity and regular Tron.
I guess Jason probably also brings in Fulminator Mage, right? That seems pretty important. If he's playing that, I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes I think Fulminator's a little bit of a trap. It's great against a regular Tron deck, but against this deck that can actually make plays on turns 3 and 4 and 5 without Tron, I think you're just getting behind by playing a 3-mana Stone Rain. I mean, like, Stone Rain is fine.
That's certainly possible.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about the... Maybe you bring in some number of Fulminators if you have them, like 1. Yeah. I don't want to see a whole lot of them.
I'm trying to think what else might be. Brutality is obviously not very good.
Jason could have something like Disdainful Stroke.
Yeah, well, that's definitely a good card to have.
That seems just generally in this matchup worse than the
Ceremonious.
Ceremonious,
yeah. Be an additional thing to bring. I saw Jason had some remands in his deck.
Remand seems pretty good.
Right.
You saw him in the main board?
Yeah.
Yeah, Remand's solid in this match.
So if you're wondering about how Standard is going in the new format, the current table 1 is in Blue-White Approach Mirror. So if you're looking to lose to some 7-mana uninteractable sorceries, Standard might be for you.
Mari, I want to let you know that uninteractable is not a word. Uninteractive, however, maybe.
Well, the deck is very interactive. The
card is
not able to be interacted
Not able
with.
to be interacted with. Yeah, there you go.
I'll use 4 words instead. When I could have condensed it into one beautiful phrase.
Hey, man, I don't write the rules. I just enforce them. All right, so we see these players. Jason doing the pile shuffle. That'll be his last one for this match.
No, it's every game.
God, do you really get one every game?
It's officially every game. I've asked many a judge this
How many
question.
times when did they last change it?
I don't know. I think it's changed quite a bit.
All right, well, I guess he gets a few more. He gets at least one more.
At least one more, yeah. Unless Karn restarts the game,
Yeah,
I think you get another one.
Yep. Do we think Nick is playing Karn? I know some people have been cutting Karn because it's not... What we've learned from the rise of these Pseudo-Tron decks is that Karn is really best on turn 3 or 4, but that he's kind of underwhelming before or
if you're behind on board, he's not great.
Yeah.
You can take out 1 threat, then he probably dies.
He's always good after an All-Is Dust, but what's not good after an All-Is Dust?
Even a 3/3 Walking Ballista is pretty good after All-Is Dust.
I think a 3/2 Matter Shaper is pretty good after an All-Is Dust.
Yeah.
I think a 1/1 Judge's Familiar is pretty good after an All-Is Dust.
Yeah.
What's the worst card we can think of after an All-Is Dust that's still good? I think a Capsule of Disenchantment is still pretty good after an All-Is Dust.
A Dispeller's Cap.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
That way you can take out their colorless enchantment that didn't die.
That's right.
From all his dust.
I think a Chimney Imp is still pretty good.
I don't think there are any colorless Oh, Molten Nursery. There you go.
That's right. Molten Nursery. That's right. Molten Nursery, by the way, folks, is actually super good in this.
In eggs.
Yeah, there's an eggs deck.
Somebody here is playing eggs tonight, actually.
I don't think they're playing that though.
Maybe not.
But there's a lot of different ways to play this Molten Nursery eggs deck.
Cheerios, not
where
eggs.
You play Paradoxical Outcome to bounce your Mox Opals, and it's pretty dope. A guy at the store plays it. His name's Andrew Teft. You may have seen him playing Esper. But yeah, he's got this sweet like Molten Nursery, Mox Opal, Paradoxical Outcome
deck.
Sounds
fun.
It's awesome.
So Jason taking a mulligan to 6 here.
He plays Pia's Revolution in there.
Yeah.
And some other cool cards.
I'm trying to think if that's the only colorless enchantment.
Yeah, I can't think of another one.
No, there's another one. I think there's a green one from Battle for Zendikar cards.
It puts out scions, right?
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
From Beyond?
That could be it.
Yeah, I think it's called From Beyond.
I think I actually played against that in Limited.
Huh.
Yeah, so Jason can probably mold a 4 here because Eldrazi Tron's a terrible deck. Is that how we feel about this?
Don't think so. Jason does have a Blood Moon that he brought in.
Yeah, Blood Moon's neat. My guess is that this is a one of Blood Moon out of Jason's sideboard, but it's definitely a nice play sometimes.
Any Splinter Twin versus Birthing Pod matches tonight?
Not that we know of.
We might have Kiki Twin versus Eldritch Evolution though. There you go. That's your newfound Splinter Twin versus Birthing Pod.
Yeah. Now I will say a quick detour here. Playing a deck that literally was identical to Splinter Twin, but with 4 Kiki Jikis instead of 4 Splinter Twins, is still a good deck. Yes, Fatal Push made it a little worse.
You can't Fatal Push Kiki Jiki though.
Yeah, but you can't You can't Fatal Push Kiki Jiki, and Kiki Jiki, unlike Splinter Twin, doesn't get automatically 2-for-1 by the removal spell, especially when it's Fatal Push. You still have a Kiki Jiki in play that you can get value out of with your Snapcaster or whatever else. I think if people would just try it out a little more, they'd realize that Blue-Red Kiki or Grixis Kiki or American Kiki Jiki with Restoration Angel, those are all still good decks.
Sure.
In fact, you see them pop up on MTG Top 8 and MTG Goldfish. You know, like people 5-0 with those, and how many people are playing them? Like nobody.
Yeah.
If more people would just try it, I think people would realize it's still a fine strategy.
So, Nick does have Tron here off the Expedition map, but he's going to get Blood Moon next turn.
Yeah.
And Jason can fetch a basic Swamp or Island with this Polluted Delta, and then, unfortunately, he has drawn the basic Mountain as his 3rd land, so that's not great, but...
Yeah, I think... Which do you think... We think he gets the Black Source just so he can cast the Delve threat?
Yeah,
I think
maybe seems more important.
I think he gets the Swamp, yeah. He's already got a Delver in play.
Of course, it might depend on what Nick's able to produce here with his Tron.
Sure, yeah.
Assuming we got the right Tron piece. I think we did. Unlike,
unlike last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I guess a Thought Knot here is, that's actually
that sucks.
Pretty bad for Jason.
Yeah.
He's got no answer, and he can't cast his Blood Moon.
That's brutal.
Is that a Gurmag Angler there
Look,
at the end?
Jason's trying to hide the Blood Moon.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Nice try, Jason.
Away it goes.
So, this is still fine, I think. You know, obviously
he's got to get this Angler online quick.
Yeah, the 2-for-1 out of the Thought Knot is pretty brutal, but you know, Gurmag and Delver is still good. We need to see the Delver flip here, though.
Yeah.
Or else you're just gonna get outraced to hell.
Definitely. I guess Jason doesn't have to worry about what land he gets now, though, since he's not gonna be able to get down Blood Moon. Yeah, Eldritch Evolution is pretty good in some like green white green X colored decks, combo-y decks, or even just like value decks. It's been cropping up a lot lately.
Have you seen the Allosaurus Rider decks? Those are pretty funny. They're terrible, but they're pretty funny.
They're not great.
Eldritch Evolution is actually it's not a bad like chord number 5 in some decks.
We did not flip the Delver.
Yeah, that's rough. So Kolagons is pretty worthless here. You can Kolagons the Matter Reshaper, but he still gets value off it.
Right.
So that's probably not a good usage of it.
That might just be the line here, though. Make Nick discard a card and kill Matter Reshaper. I don't know. Oh, did he draw another Tron piece?
It looks like Nick is just full of lands. Am I right there?
I don't know. I can't really tell. He's definitely got one land. I think got another Tron piece.
So
Playing
Ghost Quarter
instead.
does nothing.
No, we're in there for 7. See if Jason wants to Colligon's command. He could just flash in Snapcaster to block, but that doesn't seem great.
Yeah.
Findicano, thank you for the follow.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
It's unfortunate because if Delver had flipped, he could have left it back to block and tried to Colligan's block to take out the Thought Knot and draw a card. You know?
Right, yeah.
And he could have even gotten the Delver back with it.
Right.
He could have blocked with Delver as a 3-2 and then Colligan's, but yeah, not flipping the Delver here is just rough.
So Jason's just going to opt to take the damage.
Yeah, I think that's what you got to do.
And Nick has no place, just passes the turn. So here's Snapcaster. No value. See if Delver flips. No. That's unfortunate. Ooh, is that another Delve creature?
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, man. Or it might have been a Fatal Push. I think it was a black card. Do not like Jason's spot in this game. There is no way to fill his graveyard to get his Gurmag Angler online.
Yeah.
He's just going for the race. In there for 3. He's currently dead to Reality Smasher on the kickback.
Sure, yeah.
Keshgar, thanks for the follow.
Keshgar.
I'm just gonna pass the turn. So we'll see if I guess he's not just dead to Reality Smasher since we do have the Colligon's command, but
yeah, if he Colligans the Matter Shaper to a smash or rip, he still takes 9 and goes to 3.
Delver didn't flip, time to print Brainstorm in Modern.
You say what?
Someone said Delver didn't flip, time to print Brainstorm in Modern.
That's right. That's what we need. Brainstorm in Modern.
We got Opt.
It's only
Unfortunately,
restricted in Vintage.
Opt does not help you flip your Delver.
Nope. No, it does not.
Looks like we're going for the Colligon's command in response to this here Thought Knot Seer. Kill Matter Reshaper, or 2 to Reshaper, discard Waste. Got our Reshaper trigger, hit a Temple. Yeah, that's not doing much if he didn't have anything to do. I mean, he's still not going to have anything to do.
I don't know. Maybe he's waiting to just play the Ballista for.
I think he does actually have a
X12.
Ballista in hand.
Really?
Yeah. So we'll see what. Yeah, Jason's gonna exile. Importantly, not discard the Snapcaster. These Gurmag Anglers are having a rough time coming to the field. They would be so good here blocking Thought Knots, but
yeah. Well, good thing Nick didn't waste his time with any Relic of Progenitus because it didn't even need it.
Oh, we found some. We are flipping our Delver.
Oh, baby.
Well, now we can double block if we
Right.
need to.
Now,
that is a
if Jason's hand were double Mutagenic Growth and Teamer Battle Rage, he could get there.
He could get there, sure. So, Jason drew a Murderous Cut here. It was probably about one of the worst cards you could draw past another.
Yeah, so his Murderous
another
Cut
angler.
dealt 5.
I think he might be able to cast. I think it's 4.
It dealt 4.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, dealt 2.
Okay, so he's
It's
still
not terrible.
No,
but
he's still alive. He's gonna draw a card.
right. You know how I knew that was Murderous Cut and not Tasker?
You just guessed.
No, because it flipped over.
Oh,
So
okay. That's the only way to know.
Yeah,
that's the only
the
way
only
to
way I could
distinguish
tell.
them. Oh man.
And we got Dismember in response. Gonna kill Delver.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm not sure why that needs to happen in response, unless you're worried about your opponent drawing a Force of Will. But
Days, you know.
except for he knows his opponent
We
doesn't.
drew a Terminate. That's actually really good.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
can actually see Jason
Jason
stabilize
might
here.
be able to crawl his way back. Yeah.
So like we said, folks, Eldrazi Tron is just a terrible pile of crap deck.
Well, I'm pretty sure that
It derps around and does nothing.
I'm pretty sure Nick does have the kill here though with Walking Ballista.
With
in
Ballista.
hand.
Yeah, so how much mana does he have? 7, 8, 9? So you can Ballista for 4.
4, which is all he needs.
Okay, yeah, that's lethal.
Assuming he does have Ballista. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I see one in his hand.
No, I think that's... Oh, I can't tell.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's in all his dust. Man, what if his cards had colors? Then we could distinguish them. That would be great.
Yeah, right.
No, I guess we must not have it.
Like I said, this deck is terrible.
Oh, no.
I've seen so many Eldrazi Tron games. I mean, how many times have we watched this deck on camera just absolutely suck? You have a bunch of lands. You have a bunch of shitty creatures. You never draw your high-end stuff when you need it. Sometimes you flood early on high-end stuff and never cast any of it. That's just what this deck does.
Just what this deck does, huh? Oh, there is a Seagate Wreckage, so that is not going to help.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And Jason now does have the Terminator for his Thought-Knot Seer.
He can do that and draw a card off it.
Nick really must be on 3 lands. Oh, my goodness.
He literally can't even use Seagate Wreckage. What he needs right now is to cast an Explore so he can get some of his lands out of his hand.
Yeah. Oh my
so
God.
he can use Seagate Wreckage.
So, did our backboard for our names just disappear? What happened up there?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little confused, but maybe that's just on our end. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Folks, let us know if you can still see the dashboard. We can't see it, but
well, we can see the words, but the actual background has vanished. A little interesting.
We can manage though. We're not totally lost.
Yeah. So Jason is fetching here to terminate Thought-Knot Seer. Gets to draw a card, and he may be able to pull away with this one. His Grimag Angler is much closer to being cast. In fact, I think, well, he will be able to cast one next turn if he wants to exile his graveyard, and then that's a 1-turn clock basically.
Now,
yeah, only the words. The background has disappeared. Who knows? Where did it go?
Let's find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball. All right, so what's interesting about Thought-Knot Seer is really it's only good when you win with it. If you don't win with it,
yeah, then you lose with it.
Then it literally causes you to lose.
Yeah.
It's a 4/4
that
lets your bunch.
Jason drew an ops. He's going to keep one on top. Angler's coming down. Oof.
So obviously Jason can still lose.
Another Terminate as well.
To a Walking Ballista, but
right. Yeah, he does have that fear.
I'd say he's in pretty good shape.
Unfortunately for Nick, he's not going to be able to empty his hand to use the Seagate Wreckage.
Yeah.
Man,
this deck is bad.
Okay, so I guess Angler is not actually lethal, right? Because he's at 8. So he gets 1 turn reprieve. He might get 2 draw steps in, unless, of course, Jason draws some sort of direct damage, like a Bolt or another Kolagon's Command. Holy cow.
Man, those OG ops look sweet. I need to buy some.
We're going to 1.
Shock to 1. I guess it doesn't matter,
you're
right?
Dead to Ballista.
You die to any size Ballista.
This does ensure him kind of against a Reality Smasher now because he can leave up Terminate.
Sure. All right. I'm excited.
Hopefully Nick didn't bring in his gut shots.
Yeah. This is an Eldrazi winter. Did I ever tell you about the time I lost a gut shot during Eldrazi winter?
No, I have not heard of the story.
I was literally about to win this game because I was ahead on board, but I had to play a Thragtusk, and I'm at 3. So I shock in. I play a Stomping Ground for my 5th land to shock in, play a Thragtusk. And in response to Thragtusk, he gut shots me with 0 mana. And that's when I decided to quit Magic during Eldrazi Winter.
All right, well, Nick drew a Mattery Shaper. So that will get a Oh, we had all his dust. Okay, so that was not a 3rd land. That was, in fact, all his dust.
Yeah, so I think Jason, it's tough to say whether or not Jason should have played around the All His Dust there.
I mean, he's got another Angler.
Sure.
All right.
But he has to tap out. Does he have enough land? Can he Angler and hold up Terminate here? 1, 2, 3.
I don't think so.
4, 5, 6.
You can just Terminate now, right?
Okay, sure.
So Nick definitely misplayed.
Ooh, hits a Relic. Uh-oh.
Not popping it. We know about the other Angler. Yeah, didn't have an opportunity. I mean, he had to stop Jason from proceeding from his turn there.
Yeah, Nick definitely could have done something about that. He just didn't.
He also definitely misplayed with his lands. He could have left open Seagate Wreckage.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Nick just wasn't aware that he had the opportunity to activate Relic there, but that would have made a big, big difference.
Yeah, he definitely knew about the second Angler. Here's another land. Not very good. We drew something, it looks like. Thought-Knot Seer. Batterskull. All right, well, that's not bad.
Okay. Well, that's a card. He has enough mana to return it to hand, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, now,
all right, Matt, I don't think it replaces Visions, and 90% of decks opt over Serum Visions. That is definitely not true.
Who said that?
Our stream runner. No, not really. It is. being tested in many decks.
There are highly practical reasons to play Serum Visions still. Opt has its advantages, Snapcaster being the big one, but both are good cards, but neither will certainly supplant one another.
Right, that's not like one is strictly better over another.
Yeah.
I do like opting this Grixis deck, though. It's
me too.
Been pretty good. Fatal Push, Batterskull.
You're not going to return it to him?
Well, it doesn't matter. We lose our germ regardless.
Germ. Okay.
Yeah, our germ is dying. And in fact, he has to use Seagate Wreckage here before returning Batterskull to his hand. See if he sees that. He does not. Wait, do we even have we do have Seagate Wreckage. We forgot about it. Unfortunate.
Yeah. A couple of big misplays by Nick
Well,
here.
that wins us the game.
What is that?
That is Ugin the Spirit Dragon.
Okay, yeah, you bolt him in the face. So despite a couple of big misplays there, Nick still comes away with it after derping around mercilessly with his terrible deck. But yeah, Nick definitely should have used the relic during Jason's
Should have used the relic. We could have got some more draws off Seagate
turn.
Wreckage, but
yeah,
when you got Ugin, you don't need more cards.
Doesn't matter.
So we're going to game 3 here.
So I think this helps Jason being on the play.
Definitely, yeah.
Especially if we can flip one of those Delvers on turn 2.
For sure.
I know it doesn't happen often in Modern when you don't have Brainstorm.
No.
But,
we'll see if Nick plays around the Blood Moon by aggressively getting his wastes, which is a valid strategy. He can't get the waste.
Brainstorm is so good. Oh man. All right, so
we did not see a ceremonious rejection there.
No, we didn't. That's a good point. I wonder if Jason. I know he has him. I know he's got to have him. Because if you don't have him, this matchup seems kind of generally hard.
Well, how could it be hard if Eldrazi Tron is such a garbage deck?
That's a good point, Mario. I forgot. Yeah,
I don't think you can say maybe the second best deck in the format is a garbage deck.
Folks, if you play Eldrazi Tron, know not only that it's a bad deck, but that most people hate you.
That's probably true.
It's a paradoxical, place to be in. Like, the deck is bad, but people also hate you for playing for it. Like, what's another deck even in that category? Probably Nor and the Wary Soul Sisters.
Storm? But Storm is good.
Storm is good.
Okay, so that's the difference. People hate you when you play Storm, but
people hate you when you play. People probably hate you when you play like KCI.
Oh yeah,
KCI.
Eggs seems like something that catches a lot of hate.
Really, any deck that doesn't have colors in it.
Any deck that is just not mid-rangey beatdowns, people dislike you. Or maybe Control as well. Maybe people are alright with Control.
Yeah,
Burn. I feel like people dislike Burn players.
Yeah, but Burn's good. See, Eldrazi Tron
I know.
is bad, and people still dislike Eldrazi Tron players.
I don't think you could.
I don't think there are many decks
Tron
like
is
that.
Bad.
Oh, it's bad, yeah.
Something I found out delving in some tournament rules: pile shuffling after game 1 is illegal. I'm not sure if that's true.
Did someone just say that?
Yeah. Lantern, that is definitely a deck that catches a lot of hate.
Oh yeah, Lantern is bad. Yeah, like I said, decks without colors. That's the real problem. Lantern Control is actually a pretty colorful deck.
Yeah, you got your Ancient Stirrings.
Yeah, you got your Abrupt Decay, your Collective Brutality.
Wolf Sniper 23.
Wolf
Thanks
Sniper.
for the follow. Man, if you're sniping some wolves, that is it's impressive.
Yeah. Did you know that 2 and 3, Mario, are the first 2 prime numbers? Meaning that guy is almost certainly in his prime.
That was one of the worst jokes. I don't even know if I can consider that a joke.
All right, well,
that was
just a series of facts. A series of facts.
Thank you for that series of facts.
A series of facts followed by a hypothesis.
Man, that was terrible. I know your humor's dry, but I didn't expect that. Come on. Well, we got with turn 1 Delver. See if we flip.
Oh no,
we don't.
Yeah, still getting in for 1. That's okay.
This turn 1 is similar to Nick's game 1 turn 1 with the Basilisk Collar.
Oh, the basic swamp.
Yeah, we're playing around Blood Moon. With our natural draws. I don't even need to play upon Blood Moon. Blood Moon.
Of all of the terrible plays in Modern, turn 1 Basilisk Collar might be the most terrible play.
Wow.
3 ballistas, okay.
This hand is pretty bad.
So double Basilisk Collar is worthless.
Triple Ballista is actually not terrible.
Yeah,
take Matter Reshape for sure.
yeah, I guess.
I mean, Delver's gonna die, but whatever.
Delver's gonna die, but it's gonna just be as if it's gonna be like Nick casting a 2-mana lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Three ballistas, huh? All right.
Ballista Tron. Oh, we drew the second Tron piece. That was easy. Every time players naturally get Tron, I just feel like the hit of that was easy button.
As if it wasn't easy enough.
Here's Opt.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
I'm gonna put that one
So
at
we
the bottom.
scry to the bottom. What do we draw?
See, it's unfortunate that you can't opt to not draw your card with Opt, because then you could actually set up Delver with it.
Right, right.
In fact,
Opt is actually anti-Opt.
does Opt seem worse in this deck with Delver than Seer Visions?
That's a good question. Like it, in some like, I think generally speaking, yes. I think it's worse because more often you can set it up with Serum Visions. But at the same time, you have to consider the times where you wanted to hold up mana for whatever reason.
Rip the natural, rip the third piece, easy.
Oh my god, this deck is so. If that didn't happen, what would he be doing?
Man, maybe we'll be playing Ballista for one.
So he's got 3 mana available still. I think he's gonna play another one for 1.
Yeah. No, we're not.
Oh, equip the collar. Okay.
Oh, we got a response. Yeah, we got the Terminate. Might as well prevent a little bit of life gain from Nick.
Right. Yeah. So if Jason neglects to terminate until after it's equipped, then when Nick fires it off in response, he'll gain 2 life.
Right.
But nice timing by Jason, because that means that Nick still wastes the mana attempting to equip.
Yep. So falls to 14. Oh, 12, right? 'Cause he just shocked himself there. Well, Nick is still just sitting on a pile of poop, though.
Yeah.
He's got one more Ballista, which could be pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, he can, if he plays another land, he can play it for as much as 4.
Yeah.
Maybe even 5 if it's another tower.
Sure.
But
what is Jason's hand? Is Kolagon's command,
which looks like a pyro. Is there a pyro?
Yeah, we're gonna snap Thoughtseize to take the Ballista.
Okay. Get
it's
wrecked.
down to the top deck.
3 ballistas.
And you think you're good, and then your opponent top decks Ugin and you lose.
And yeah, seriously. But seriously, I mean, now Nick's board right now is Tron and 2 Basilisk Collars. I don't understand the purpose of playing 2 Basilisk Collars. Do you? Like, 1 seems like the maximum possible number.
Where do we draw? Is it Ugin? No, it's not Ugin. Just a land? Oh, wait, we had that. Yeah, that's it. Oh, man. And we got Ancestral Visions taken down, so if that cracks before Nick finds a really big threat, Jason might be able to pull ahead.
So does Jason have remands?
I saw some main, I think.
Because remand would actually be good here against Ugin.
Oh, yeah.
Unless Nick hits like 3 more land drops, but...
We got Pyromaster.
Well, this is a clock.
Yeah, definitely. So we drew a Reality?
Ooh, also Jason can Thought Scour to get a token with Summoning Sickness this turn.
Yeah.
Without Summoning Sickness.
Well, there goes, there's our basic waste. So we have successfully played around Blood Moon. We have done nothing else. Man.
So Jason can swing for 5.
Yeah.
And he's got a Lightning Bolt. Jason, I think, can actually make this into a turn 2 clock, right? So this turn, and then Jason can kill him next turn.
Now with a Bolt, definitely, yeah.
Because he can play Bolt and a Delve threat, get another elemental.
So I think it's basically Ugin or bust, or maybe all his dust, but...
Tech Edge.
Yeah, Tech Edge is not going to do
Tech Edge doesn't do anything against the double basics 3 lands total.
Oh, man. Well, that probably
I'm confused. Is Jason holding up removal? Why didn't he cast a Delve threat?
It's his Murderous Cut.
Oh, is it actually Murderous Cut?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Bolt puts him to 9. We get a guy, and we can attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So if we draw a Snapcaster, we can snap Bolt and swing for lethal.
Yeah, or another
Okay, so we got the so yeah, either a Snapcaster or a Bolt here is lethal for Jason, because he'll swing for a 7.
Yeah. It's land. I'm not sure.
There's 2 blue
he
cards.
drew a Snapcaster. All right.
Okay, so yeah.
But that might be a Spire Bluff Canal. No, he's got a Water Grave. Yeah, looks like he's got it. In there for 6. Fall to 3. Snap Bolt.
All right.
Do it.
Well, like we said, folks, Eldrazi Tron is a just horrendous deck. You can see that it does mostly nothing in most games. So don't play it. Just don't.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a really awkward draw. I mean, wow.
I mean, my guess is Nick got the bye round 1 because I'm not sure
He
how
did
you
not
even
get the buy round 1.
No, how do you even win a match with Eldrazi Tron? Like, what is it?
You
even?
really hate that deck, huh?
What is it even? It's just so clunky. It's just a silly deck.
All right, why would you play your 3/2 for 3 when you can play your Knight of the Reliquary instead of the 9/9 for 3?
Have you ever looked at the curve, like the mana curve of an Eldrazi Tron deck?
Yeah, it's ideal if you have Eldrazi Temple.
Well, yeah.
Reshaper, Thought Knot, Smasher, Endbringer.
All right, folks. We're going to bring you some real decks next round.
Yeah, as if these weren't real decks. Yeah, so with only 12 minutes left, we're not going to find another game for this round, but we will be back for round 3. Dro Retro, thanks for the follow. Before we go, though, some quick reminders. So if you want to enter to win a brand new Ixalan bundle shipped to you anywhere in the States, please subscribe to us for the channel, or if you just want to, support us. Subscriptions this month are only $2.50 because Twitch is having a promotion where they're half off. That goes till October 2nd. So if you want to support the stream and enter to win an Ixalan Fat Pack /bundle, consider subscribing this month. Also, you can find us on Facebook and YouTube if you want to watch replays of any of the games you see here or on any other of the days that we stream. We do stream on every day but Monday, weekdays. And you can like us on Facebook and support us that way. You can leave us some comments, let us know what you like about the stream or what you'd have changed. So please consider checking us out there, and we will be back shortly for round 3.
Yeah, and let us know in chat if there are any decks you want to see. We got quite a few players here tonight. So
yes.